Using the knees during takeoff is very common for both beginners and intermediate surfers. Unless a physical limitation, for an example a surfer's mobility prevents him to do a more traditional takeoff, then the knees shouldn't be used to get up on the surfboard. Using the knees to take off can create many issues. It often feels unstable for surfers, and surfers can fall off before getting to their feet. Another issue is that taking off using the knees is quite a slow technique that requires a few steps. It's not an ideal way to take off in steep waves when the surfer needs to get to his feet quickly. For a lot of surfers, it can feel more difficult to bring the front foot forward in between their hands when they're on their knees. When comparing, for example, the push-up technique to surfers using their knees on the takeoff, notice the contrast how high the hips go. When surfers use their knees, the hips stay low. With most other techniques, surfers push their hips high up into the air, creating space to bring the front foot forward more easily. When trying this at home, you may feel like you need to drag your front foot on the floor in order to bring it forward, or you may only be able to bring your front foot to the side instead of the middle, in between your hands. This happens quite often, and most of the time surfers fall off their surfboards because their feet are too far towards one of the rails. Bringing the knees on the surfboard during the takeoff is certainly not a beginner-only mistake. We often see intermediate surfers that consistently use their knee on the takeoff, generally without being aware of it. Compared with beginner surfers, intermediates fall off their surfboards less frequently when using their knees. Often they're able to readjust their feet and manage to get up on their surfboard. However, doing these small adjustments can become quite a limiting habit, as a surfer can take an extra second or two to do their takeoff, and often only get to their feet at the bottom of the wave, leaving them unable to follow the wave. Being able to do a takeoff without your knees and without readjusting is a major asset to your surfing ability. You will be able to get past more sections and enjoy the waves in a way that wasn't necessarily possible for you in the past. Whilst trying not to use your knees is important, it is only one of the typical mistakes we cover in our Takeoff online course. Look in the link in the description below to gain access to the entire course for free on our online coaching platform.